Peace to the gang, and welcome to Quit the Cat Podcast. Peace to the gang, and welcome back to Quit the Cat Podcast.
Yes,
it's your boy BP, alongside the Bishop.
Yes, sir.
Coming to you live from Bang Bang Fitness Center here in Harrisburg, PA.
Yes.
And we just got finished with part one, and I felt it was only right that we finished the story, man, because the story was going in so hard, and I was like, yo, bro, we got to finish this story. So we're going to skip the introduction, because you already know what it is, but we're going to get right to it. So we want to start from the point where you got out of high school, you had to get your GED in prison, and just tell us about that story, and then give us some detail on how we got to where we're at today.
And in detail, so in that time, after I had got out, it's like finding yourself. I got out. Now I am, and I say this because, I say this part, that I understand when we'll try to act like parenting plays a major part in the decisions that people make.
Right.
And it does, like my dad stamped a lot of stuff that I felt was, okay. I had to remind him of some things and some missions he took us on. Cause
right.
I don't remember doing that. Like, dude, listen, I remember X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And at that time as a kid or as a child coming up, when your parents is okay with it, then you okay.
You running with it.
My mom, she was working, Hershey, military. So, she's expecting us from what she's teaching us and putting in us to do the right thing.
Right.
So, I was that son that she needed me to be when I was around her.
Absolutely.
But I also was Bun. Like, I was also who I was
right.
in the streets. And, that time, and even coming out of that transition, and so in that era, when I got out, got my GED, turned it into a diploma, that ain't matter. That was just something I did because I knew my mom wanted me
right.
to finish. So I did that. And I felt like I was doing that for her.
Right. Okay.
And, the drug game was definitely taking off, man. It was like I was around in the era where when New Yorkers started coming to Market Street. I remember the riots on Carnation Street.
Right.
I've been around, I used to run around with people from Carnation Street. So I got to see how the Jamaicans move.
Right.
I was running around with the New Yorkers like Anthem and Frankie, and I got to see how that moved. And then my folks we were from Darkville, but we all hung on Regina Street
right.
in that area. So it was a time where the Hill was beefing with the New Yorkers, and it was like choose a side, and it was like battling going on. I remember Still Bill got shot, and It was so much stuff going on, man, that in that time period that was just like so street, and I had got into a situation and, unwarranted, like
right.
little things, man, because like most of my situations that I came in was I didn't have no regard for, oh, that's my girl, that I didn't care. She was busting it open, it was down.
Right, right.
You want a war, we want war. It was that type of thing, and I remember somebody went back, told some story. Oh, he tried to rob her. Now, I'm going to say this. I was not the type of person that's going to come grab a gun and come rob you for your money.
Right.
Or rob you for your drugs. I wasn't a stick-up guy.
Right, right.
And somebody used that as means to put a target on my back. Remember one time I speak freely of it. When I say I'm free of it, one time I got kidnapped, right? Got taken for ransom.
Wow.
By the phone dudes, right? And I remember they had me down there, guns, we're gonna kill you. And I remember Fight, may rest in peace.
Right.
I remember he came in and was like, yo, what y'all doing with the man? Like, feel like, oh,
right.
Like, cause these some dudes that's from upstate.
Yeah.
Like, y'all just,
To them, you the new young boy.
Yeah, so, he was like, oh, no, that's the boom, 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 boom. So I said, it's cool. I ain't selling nothing. Like, 'cause at the time, I'm the pill connect.
Right. Right,
I mean?
yeah.
Okay, that's how y'all want to play. Like, you might find some scattered, but not the way I was getting them.
Right.
So I said, okay, won't nobody from the funk get no pills. Don't nobody call me about nothing. Just because of this one person.
Right.
and them, I'm freezing y'all out.
Everybody
and
cut
y'all
off.
ain't getting shit from me. Like, you know what I mean? And, you know, I remember my cousin, you know, Boots had my back, you know, Trey stepped in on the situation because dude didn't know who I was connected to, who I knew. You know what I mean? So, and then again, here I am giving grace because they like, bro, you know, we can, nah, it's cool. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's good, you know. So, I'm still unscathed and got in situations, target on my back. I had a couple, I don't know what you want to call them, whatever part of the game they were in. You know what I mean? They came at me, tried to take my life over shit that wasn't even, you know, failed multiple times.
Right.
And at this point, I lost Jizzo, then Trill, and life started feeling like it was at its end.
Okay.
You know, and
I was about to ask that.
I was at a dark place in my life because everybody that I was around was dying. And the people who I rolled with, they were going.
Right.
You know, I remember one time, like with Jizzo and Trill, I remember we was getting this, we was cooking this coke. And it was, it was real, but it wasn't strong. It was like dilute almost. It had a little bit of coke and it wasn't a lot. It was just like, it looked like blocks of peanut brittle.
Okay, damn.
And we started going down York. We down York. Oh, we got weight. We down there. They get down York. At the time, it was the West Woo. You had the 112 crew. All these little different crews. And Jizzle had a cousin down there. And his cousin was plugging us into different little joints. So we down there. Yo, we got balls for $80, $70.
Right.
We down there now. Mind you, we got this work and we got our real work. We down there serving they fiends with the real work.
And then y'all
giving them you know, weight in the bull.
Shaky stuff,
you know what I mean? But we down, so they see people coming to us like, yo, we down there on their corners, like coming to us like, yo. Like you see some dudes pulling up, some looking like, yo, who was these young boys down here in our area? So we know we got cool with them. We be selling them though. I'm talking about we quarters, balls, they buying big time. Well, so we moved from one location to the next. So I remember one time this girl said, y'all got invited to this party, but they threw a party for us. Oh yeah, it was a party, bro. They threw a party for us. Like, so we hyped, we thinking we the man.
Right.
Fiend floats, I had drop top, the Z that you had to take the top off.
Yeah.
We in that, we shooting down the highway, and we all shooting down the highway, going down York, going down there. But this time, me, Jizzle, and Trill go down there. And Jizzle's cousin, at the time, we don't know he in on it. So we got guns in the car, we go down there. We go to this club. Now, mind you, I think I might be the oldest. I don't even think I'm 21. I think I'm 20. So we can't, like, the club we go to is for, like, 18 and under. No soda in there, no real liquor. You know, people were sneaking Hennessy bottles and stuff like that. If you had your own, you could sneak it in. And I remember we got down there, and it was a party, but it seemed like all the streets was at this party in New York. And, you know, they normally didn't get along.
Yeah.
So they had one agenda, and it was us. I'll never forget, we in there partying, we taking pictures. You know, my son's mom still got the picture. We in there taking pictures. We got on Honolulu shirts, tank tops with the thing that they wear in Honolulu.
Yeah, the little legs on the legs. Yeah,
we in there taking pictures. Man. Within 20 minutes, remember, first guy I seen, he walking through the crowd, he seen him, okay. And now, Trill like, oh, I think it's about to go down.
Right.
Bro, we got jumped in this joint, right? Now, when I tell you, we in a like a rec center type vibe. Lights is off, people dancing. The girls is in on it. The girls is in on it. So, bro, next you know, fight break out. I see Jizzle, boom, 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 Trill, we fighting them. Everybody, we in there fighting. So I'm like, all right, we in here. I'm getting to the car. Once I get to this car,
it's a wrap.
Man, we in there, boom, boom, fighting. So we're all together. Me, Jizzle, and Trill. We stay close to each other. Now, mind you, We're swinging bottles, anything you can find, chairs, doom, like chicks
it's
is
just
jumping
y'all
on
three
it. It's
versus a
just
bunch
us
of people
three against the whole York, bro. By the time I remember my face was so swollen, bro. I got hit by it. But when you're adrenaline in a situation like this, it was like, yo, we got to get out.
Right.
So I get out to the car. Boom. Get out the door, get to the car. Doors in the car is already open. Bruh's cousin got all the guns out the car. We get to the car, the guns is missing. Missing. We get in the car, bro. Jizzle all beat up me. We all, man, bro. When I tell you I was livid, I said, oh, nah. Can't go out like this.
Right.
Can't go out like this. I remember, man, we involved, like, we went back, was telling everybody what happened. And I remember my old head Rolo was like, yo, little bruh, that's what happens when you go to somewhere trying to sell people fake drugs.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't fake, but it wasn't with the strong type of drugs that, you know, that you...
It wasn't what you had versus what you was giving them, yeah.
So, I remember Rolo telling me that. He like, yo, you know, y'all kind of brought it on yourself, little bro, just focus on the money. Y'all doing too much because, like, I wanted revenge. Right. So, I remember my cousin Skrill, he didn't know how serious the revenge is because we going to get revenge and he in the car drunk. And we about to go down here and shoot some people. You in here drunk.
Yeah, you in here faded.
I remember we got down there. And you know me, I'm a playing guy. I'm definitely a playing guy. Yeah. I remember we scoped out the scene. But let me tell you how much before we scoped out the scene, right, down York, found this little, it was like a underground thing that came underneath between houses, you know, like a store, and you can come out to the sidewalk and go out the front. Bro, I found this, we walking through this alley. You know, it wasn't no pull up on cars. I said, listen, we gonna find the fastest route to the car through these yards. We gonna cut through here, they over here. So we roll by them. They out there just...
they don't know it's y'all.
They don't know it's us. We ride by them, see them. This is just the first... This is now, mind you, in the party, like I said, it was the West Woo. You had the 112, like other parts of York, different parts of stuff like that at that time. And I remember we went down there, found the little cut, came out there. They was all out there. Out there, we came out in the middle of the projects. Where they was all out there, kids, everything. Man. Run through the joint, get back to the car. Boom. Come back. Get in the car. I felt a little better. Right. You know what I mean? I don't know. Ain't know the damage, didn't stay, don't watch York news, don't give a shit. Right. Football game, Friday. Come down there. We at the game. York was playing somebody. We at the football game. We come down there. Because I felt like I want y'all to see us. We still down here. Right. And that was us. You know, y'all didn't stop nothing. No, we ain't tell them that. We still down here. So I remember we go to the game. Bro, this is at the football game. Bro, they see us at the game. We sitting up there. When I tell you, you just see a group of dudes get up from this one bleacher and they walking. You can see them walking around the track, the little dirt thing coming around. We see them coming up the steps, coming up the thing. So we get up, go down the other end. They come down. We come around. They come around now in the parking lot where all the cars is. We get to the car. They follow us, a whole bunch of them. They cut through cars. We running through cars. We running to the cars. We get to the car. Bro, when I tell you, time we got to the car, that thing. Everybody at the football game, bro. All these people start running. It's cars panicking. Everybody jumping in the car. Bro, it was like, this was the shit like we was on. Like, this is early 2000s.
Yeah, like, so even with hearing that, what is your, I know I hear your mentality, but tell me what are you thinking at this point? So what is your mentality? I mean, I know it's revenge, but it's like, do you not value life at this point? I know you value yours because you're trying to get...
I didn't even value mine. Bro, at this time, I don't even know what the word value means. Okay. This is just what we do. That's how I felt. This is what we do. Right. Like, to me, it was big to be able to get in the car. We watched Belly. Belly, like that was my inspirational move. That's how I know. This is how you know.
When's the last time you read a book? Never, motherfucker.
This is how you know things have an effect on you, because to me, I felt we was going out of town pushing weight.
Okay.
Like to me,
like you
going
in Nebraska
to Europe,
doing that.
I felt like that's what it was. Like I felt like we was on a takeover. Now we could have went down there and sold them real drugs and probably made it a little bit more. But nah, that's just what we was on.
Right.
We was on that point where, who gonna stop us? Who gonna do something? And I didn't know at the time that like my old heads before us were already used to beef with York, and like I didn't know about the Harrisburg York type shit.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't know about that. We found out afterwards where it was like, yo, it got to the point where we like we just gonna stay from down there.
Right.
Just do what we do here, and that's how that transpired. And I remember, the stuff that started happening on Walnut where, Jizzle had got shot. Before Jizzle got killed, Jizzle had already been shot. At this time, I think he got shot once.
Mm-hmm.
So now the people who were close to me, Kenny got shot, E-Rock got shot. Now these is the guys from my circle tight,
Yeah.
Now I'm like, okay.
This is the bros right here.
Yes, they getting shot. Like people's getting shot. So it was like, okay, gotta switch it up, because now, some of them's getting shot by uptown people, but some of them's getting shot by dudes that's supposed to be in your hood.
Right.
So I'm starting to see like, okay, everybody's not bro.
It ain't no pics out here.
Everybody's not cool.
Right.
Like, if you're making more or doing something, they're going to be mad at you. And so here in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I'm not going to sell crack. I'm just going to sell something else.
Right.
Right. And it got to the point where, like, I got put onto the pills, and, I liked them, and it was, like, working for me, and nobody knew about them, knew what they was, Bad Boys ain't come out yet. Nobody really knew.
Yeah,
so it was like, I met a New Yorker, and I just got introduction, and it was just like, oh, okay. Took a couple, like, oh, this is what this do. Oh, this make you feel like. So I'm in the hood, like, yo, I got something for you.
Right.
Yo, when you try this, now I'm over here. Yo, if you try this, because I'm like, it's party, Joe. We in the party.
Right.
Yeah, this so like, I didn't know where it was going, but then it started. I started meeting people that was, in that thing. I met Buck, and then I met E, and it was just like, okay. They with me, so we still can, they wasn't from the city. I know from the city. You supply me, or you route with me. We gonna do this. We cover still, and I'm gonna cover here. Boom, we split the people. Boom, that's how it was rolling. And it was very lucrative for years. It was definitely different. A lot of drama came with it. I had got set up a couple times. Life was on the line. Had to make an adjustment, man.
Right.
And it was a hard adjustment. And then let me tell you something, right? Nobody wants to die with you. Nobody really wants to die.
Man, talk about it. Nobody
really wants to die with you. Especially when if somebody hear who the boogeyman is.
Right.
And they know, oh, he's a boogeyman.
Yeah.
You really get to see who is really going to ride with you.
Right.
Because you'll see people be like, oh, nah, bro, you beefing with him. Let me back out. So I started turning around like, yo, where everybody go?
Right.
Nobody was standing with me when people was trying to kill me. Bro, nobody was standing with me. Nobody knows that, okay, oh, they tried to kill bro, we going to go ride.
Right.
Nobody did that. Like, nobody said, yo, oh, let me go highlight the boy. He trying to kill bro over something that really had nothing. It's like, yo, he's bugging. Nobody stepped in and said nothing. And I'm cool. I'm cool because it helped shape me. I'm alive. Do I regret anything or take? Nah, because I feel like I needed to, and that was another thing too. One of my things was I always got set up by a female.
Right.
Like females
so
was
was that your weakness at a certain point, like, or they just distracted you enough that it was.
Nah, it was females that I thought I trusted.
Really? Okay.
That I guess they just wasn't riding with me strong enough, because if you would be allowed to set me up with somebody that is capable of taking my life,
right.
What does that say?
Yeah, that's dirty, you know, right there. That's
like
next
somebody
level
that
dirty.
you know, I ain't gonna say capable, that would take my life. I'm here by the grace of God, not because he's a bad shot. You feel me? Or they a bad shot.
Right.
You know, I'm here by the grace of God. Like, bro, I was pinned down in the car that was shot up, riddled with bullets, and I survived, and I walked out of that. Like, I've been caught off guard at gunpoint with a gun in my face where I could see the bullet down the barrel. You know, I've been in situations where, even with brother and cuz shootouts where, man, bro, we've been pinned down in cars and alleyways with bullets flying and things, and, you know, other people get shot and you walk out unscathed.
Right.
Like, so I look at it as, at that time I didn't believe in God. You know, I found myself in God. I'm going to say God found me, or my head was clear enough to receive, to understand when I was in Virginia. Virginia, being in solitude, so to say, by myself, around nobody, just with myself. No, my cousins doing their own thing. It's just me. And I found myself, man, and, you know, not even to the degree of the person I am today, but like, bro, I don't hold no hard feelings to anything or anyone that has came against me in my life, because it has shaped me for who I am today.
Yeah, okay.
My past is not a hindrance. They say when your past is a hindrance, it messes with your future. You know, when you're stuck on that, you cannot move forward, because you're going to always be at a low. You're always going to do things at a certain regard because you're stuck on your past. So you're never going to give your present self or your future self the clarity and the means it needs to do the things that are necessary to be your future best. So in order to become your present best, to have a future best, you have to be able to make peace with your past. Who you was, what happened, all those things, man. So, you know, can't nobody use my past against me because of who I am today and where it has taken me. Like, there's some people that have been through worse things, and it's not a champion because you're stuck to it. We can't celebrate it because yet you're still living in that, or you're still the victim to that, or you're still trying to hold attributes to something, and you're never going to get to be your best future self because you're still trying to hold on to a label and a tag from the past. Yes. So, you know, when I tell people I am truly redeemed, like, I don't feel no malice towards none of those individuals. I don't feel, you know, and bro, I never was a point where anybody had beef with me. They never came to me one-on-one. They will always get a committee of co-defendants. Like, you go to grab people for little on me, I'm 5'5", at that time 5'7", I'm at 130 pounds.
I was about to say, you wasn't lifting at that point, so.
I'm 130 pounds, so why do you need backup? Why do you need anybody to come, you know, like, maybe, okay, if you did hear, oh, brother play with them guns, or whatever the case may be, it's still just me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I never went and got 4 or 5 people to come after somebody. I never went, bro. I know people right now that talk that, oh, bro, they don't do nothing dope. They don't do nothing solo. They gotta get co-defendants and other people to come help them carry out the initiation of what they do. And you see that now when I look at people and I talk to them, like, you set yourself up to even add more to you because you're adding more people to the variable of your situation and your problem. So now you're making a problem where something you could have been in and out. You added people. Now look, the situation.
And everybody wasn't in that situation like you was in that situation. They just were trying to help you out, and now it's like, oh, I didn't expect all that.
Like, listen, bro, it's a crazy world we live in where if a man is mad at another man for sleeping with his woman, that you go make up a story and tell somebody that somebody robbed you or did something, and you go get 5 people to come back and help you because somebody was macking your girl.
That's craziness.
That's how we got here.
That's craziness.
It ain't over no money. So y'all come to...
It ain't over nothing I did to you.
Listen, y'all coming to aid somebody to put my life in jeopardy because I was sleeping with his lady? So y'all coming to take my life. This is what this is about, bottom line. So if we going to talk about what's whole shit or sucker shit, no. Let's go to the cost. The cost from the door is some sucker shit. That from the door was the whole thing. So you can't talk to me about what was true or what was they soft.
Right.
You're emotionally soft and broken because you out here ready to get co-defendants and take somebody's life because he's sleeping with your girl.
Right.
That's why you mad. So, I have, in all, these things have made me who I am because now I got a respect for other people's property.
Right. Absolutely. So, in these situations to where people either tried to take your life or you lost brothers who lost their lives in the streets, at what time, I mean, in these situations were you like, I got to get out of this earlier? Or was it like, I'm so into this, like I'm going to get my get back and I ain't thinking about leaving this thing alone?
So, I did. It was a time where I noticed the get back was just going to have to keep being get backs until somebody died.
Right.
I remember I remember reaching out and was like, yo, you did this, I did this, you did this, we cool. Right. It don't have nothing to do with you.
Right.
You survived, I survived, I didn't kill you.
Let it go, yeah.
Now you shooting and everywhere I go, like, yo, it's not that serious. And the person that fucking started it, he's all fucking hiding. He's nowhere to be seen doing all of this. Like, so that part was upsetting to me, like, but then I knew it wasn't about the situation. Y'all just want somebody to have war with and to be at odds with.
Right.
That's what it was. Like that was in the hitman's DNA. Like, yeah, I like drama.
That's all I'm gonna stick with it. Yeah.
Listen, that was it. And I just happened to be at the other end of that barrel. So, it is a thing where now all of that was meaningless.
Absolutely.
All of that is purposefulness. This doesn't matter.
Right.
It doesn't serve anything. So I'm not mad even at the dude that set me up. I'm not mad at the women that set me up. I'm not mad at anything that did not go my way because at the end of the day, it shaped my character to who I am today. And
Absolutely.
I survived.
Absolutely.
I don't care what nobody says. Like, yo, what I survived? You can't tell me I survived. Man, I remember one time, bro, it was like 3:30 in the morning. And I remember riding through, and this always sticks with me. I think it was South 16th Street. And I seen this car on fire. And there was somebody in the car while it was on fire. But the person in the car couldn't get out because there was two dudes standing there with black ski masks on. Bro, like, I promise you, when I seen that in this app, that's why I said anything I do. When I seen that, I think that was the time where I realized it's hell out here.
Right.
After dark. And to this day, right now, bro, I have PTSD for nighttime.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Like if I was going to like seniors lounge somewhere, going to a little event or something like that, I'm going straight to the crib. Like, I don't play around in the streets. I don't stop on certain corners. I'm not going to make myself a global target, even though I'm not in that, and I'm not stopping at no ATM. I'm not stopping at certain gas stations. I'm not doing that. Not because anybody's after me. I just don't feel comfortable.
Right.
Where a
man
should be at a certain time is at home and be with his family.
That's it.
Like, that's the safest thing.
That's it.
If you want to, like, anybody wants to play in the streets after a certain time, you get what comes with the streets. I don't care if you in the game, out the game, had one foot in the game, playing jump rope, doing whatever the case may be. Oh, my son's not really with them. If you walk with them, you with them.
You with them.
You there. Out there, if you on a certain block, if you're in a certain situation, you're there. And that's what I teach now. Like, you are knighted in, so to say. Mm-hmm. Like, you're born in, so to say, if you're going to stay around. If you're going to be that's just my man, but I'll be around him sometime. If your man's into whatever, you're in. Yep. You with him, you're in.
Ladies, same thing goes for you. If that's what your man's into, you into it too.
Bro, listen, that's the biggest
mean?
thing for me, especially in that. Like, if your man sell drugs, he do X, Y, and Z, or you're in the game too.
You're right there too.
You're allowing your children to be in the house or be around somebody that you know people might come in and put guns to you or kidnap you or do whatever the case may be, because that is the thing. Like, you know, and my son's mom, she understood that, and she, you know, she was with the shits. So, you know, and big up to her. Like, she definitely was 100% in, and I done put their lives in danger multiple times, you know. So, and it was something that came with that territory. So, and she you know, she rolled out, so to say.
Right.
So, you know, and I would never, you know, we make peace and we're happy we're at where we're at, but I would never put my family in that situation now. And, you know, I am big on you reap what you sow.
Absolutely.
You know, so I reaped what I sowed. So now the seeds that I sow now are of
positivity.
Yes, and blessings.
Yes.
And, you know, I recognize the enemy, and I'm not talking about the dead. I recognize the spirit of loneliness, brokenness, trying to, you know, be trailed, trying to improve yourself. But a lot of that has to do with not having an understanding of who you are and who you want to be and what you want to do, you know. So it's not fun, you know. It was fun while you're in there and at that thing, but I feel like if somebody would have paid attention and said, hey, what do you want to do? I'm going to help you do this. What do you want to know? Let me tell you this.
Right.
What do you want? So what I'm doing now is I am in these prisons and in these spots and at these groups and all of these things. Like, this is, I like to say, not to be televised, because this is real life.
Right, yeah.
Like, I'm the
Super
person
real.
that's standing in front of and talking to somebody that I might be preventing to come home and kill you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they don't know who they are or their feelings or know how to deal with their emotions. So here I am helping you make sense of what might not feel right, what might feel off, or who you want to be, what you need to know. This is the knowledge behind this. You know you can do this.
Right.
You know, don't believe the lies. Don't believe the stigma thinking that, okay, once you're a felon, you're this, you can't do this. Don't listen to teachers, oh, you're dumb, you can't read, you can't do this. You can do anything if you put a little effort to it. Like, who you want to be and be okay. Like, bro, one thing I always learned and I'm accepting of, if you're not doing better than me, you can't hurt my feelings.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You can't tell me nothing about the streets or nothing about anything and try to say, oh, bruh's this or this or this. What are you?
Right.
I'm a what are you type of person. Yep. What do you have to stand on? What type of moral? Because, bro, street accolades don't mean shit to me. You feel me?
They don't mean nothing to the majority of the world.
If you did 20 hard and you feel that you hold a precedent, bro, hold that trophy. Can you spend it? Can you cash it? Can you buy a car with it? Can you buy a house? Can you? So nothing comes from attributes that is going to help you in this life if you think just holding on to your trail reputation or your way of thinking is not going to carry you nowhere, you know. So I'm just here to be that guy that says, you know what, that life is dumb.
Right.
We glorify it in music of the culture. Yes. People's real lives have died, and we're sitting here like it's so trill until it's your son, or until somebody blowing your dad's head off, or until somebody shooting up a car that your daughter is in, sitting with some boy that she feels she likes. And he's telling her, I don't do nothing, you know, just ride with me. And next thing you know, your daughter's dead, you know. But this is the music we glorify. This is the things we think is trail, you know. This is the things that we, you know, I'm a judgmental person. Like, when I watch certain shows that I like, I'm judging them the whole time I'm watching them because half of it's fictitious, all of it's fictitious. But to try to paint drug dealing and death and murder where you can see, what's her name? Mary shoot somebody. On the show, Power, you know what I mean? And walk off, and you just go to the crib after you done murdered somebody.
You catch 17 bodies, and nobody knows nothing.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, come on, man.
It's a false reality, even in the music. Like, and I truly, I remember one time, man, I used to always feel bad after I did something right, and I ain't even gonna say did something to somebody. It was just me defending myself, and I would feel bad. And I remember my homie said, yo, you can't be out here feeling bad. Yo, that ain't cool. Like, when you start being like that. And that's when I noticed that my heart was changing. I I would do shit and want to apologize.
Right.
You know,
Damn. Right.
Like I'd be like, damn, did I just do that? Like, bro, I remember a time, bro, I blacked out, and I remember one time I just grabbed my gun and I just was shooting, and I was just like, yo, I blacked out. I was like, yo, what the hell just happened? Like, you know, and fortunately that nobody was hurt in that situation, but I feel like I wasn't the catalyst of it, but because I didn't start it, but I think I came with a whole gas truck of gasoline, and I put on that thing.
He was gassed up.
I did. I was very reckless, where I could have been on a triple,
right,
and I wouldn't be here today. You know, so I am showing God in the universe that I'm thankful, bro.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
I'm thankful to be here. Trill and Jizzles, their energy, Carrie, Truck, Lil Zane. I can go on Fiendball. I can go on. Their life is not in vain, because I live and I hold those memories. I keep these things before me, and you know, I'm thankful God gives me things. I see things.
Right.
I feel different. I look at things different. You know, I walk in them prisons with a different energy and a different thing, because I'm coming as a person that understands.
Right.
I get it. You know what I mean? That's why when the people are like, "How these kids is out here?" I get it. If you don't get it, just I get it.
Get it right.
I get it. Like I get it. You know, and that's why I try to tell mothers. Keep speaking to them. Keep telling them. Hug them. Kiss them. Love them. Be mushy with them. You gotta break it down. When they be like, "Oh, that's cool, man." Now that's why when I see, man, I love you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I make you say, you know, I love you too. Like, because some people, they feel like they're not manly if they don't say the word.
Yeah.
You know. So I definitely, I break them down, man. I'm out here, bro. Like listen, I'm serving the people that I once, you know, was serving in this way. Now I'm serving in this way, and it's in my heart, bro. I tell people all the time how you can go home, worry about your family, focus on them, not give a shit about nobody, whatever the case be. I can't do that, bro.
Right.
I can't do that. Like, my heart just won't let me do that.
Right.
I can't shut up. I don't know how to be quiet.
Right.
I don't know how to not say nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know how to not call bullshit. I don't know how to tell, like, somebody think they're drill. This is dope. Bro, you're a fool.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, it's foolish. And now you have two types of people in this game. You have some that don't care and they're waiting to die.
Right.
You have some that just don't have no direction and they don't know what to do, and you can get caught up. That's the people I'm here to serve. Because there's some, if you just want to kill or you want to be dead and you just want to take a life, I just pray that they catch you before you take a life. Some of them take a life and then they're going forever, you know, and they might get upstate and realize some of them still probably stay demoralized, demonized, like still a demon when they get up there and don't give shit, they still be in there. But like, I'm here for the one that might be lost and might think that this is the only way. That they might just think that, oh, the white man's holding us back, and that's just their narrative.
Right.
I'm here to tell you that's not the narrative.
Right.
I'm here to tell you that you're not dumb. You can learn anything. You don't got to worry about going to college, Harvard, Stanford. I read all those books and all that stuff. I done did 8 years in school without even going to school. You understand what I'm saying? And it makes me cool on my intellectual. I don't need their certificate to say bachelor's diploma or anything like that. I still want to do it. And where my people here, they don't care if I'm coming with that. The people I'm coming to serve, they don't care if I got no degree in psychology. They don't care.
You got a degree in life.
You know what I mean? So I'm coming with that. So I like that. This stage, I don't got to send you on no attributes to, listen, to give hope to the hopeless. Don't care about your diplomas.
Nope.
You see what I'm saying?
Nope.
When that's your first thing, oh, I've been here, there, they don't give a shit.
Right.
You understand? You come in, you sit in jail, you sit there, oh, I'm kuma lottie from this place. Bro, them inmates don't care about that shit.
They don't know about it. They don't care about it.
Here I'm coming from the bottom bunk where you was once at.
Right.
I'm coming from here. I know how this feels. Like, I seen multiple people take their last breaths. I seen people die. You know, I seen mom scream and cry like, bro, I heard piercing screams when somebody comes out and sees their child laying on the sidewalk dead. Like, so, like, it's crazy, bro. I remember a young man on Regina came to rob somebody, bro, and they ended up killing. Like, and I remember seeing him before that thing happened, and I was just like, dang. One split decision where you thought you was gonna come rob somebody and killed you and left you there with the mask on. You know, and I seen this, and I seen the brother fall apart when he seen like, yo, this is the life that his little brother chose. You understand? Like following in his footsteps,
right.
Or you know, it's those are the things that stick with me. You know, I'll never forget, bro. I'll never forget when I went uptown, man, and I seen Amp's feet hanging out that door. Bro, it was all these people, bro, and we got there before the cops got there, bro. The word got back to us so quick. When we got up there, and you know he just left from where we were at.
Right.
Man had his car. And I got up there, and I seen bruh's feet laying out the door. And that wasn't enough for me. I had that mentality, oh, it's going to have to be killed or be killed.
Right.
But I didn't know how to put that because that was the first person that I shared a bed with, slept with. What I mean by that, you
right.
know,
I understand.
We stay at each other's house, we sleep, and we all was piled up on beds. And then, you know, so I'm like, damn, I shared a bed with this man. You know, we done slept in cars, hustling, like, I done learned so much and been so different where his relationship with me was just so different. And here, the last thing he said was, I'm going to go get some Heinekens. What y'all drinking? What you drinking? Boom, 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 boom.
Right.
He took, we going up, I'm going, I didn't know he was going to town to get it, but this is what he said to us when we all was like, okay. We all standing out there.
You just expecting him to be right back.
Him to come back. And then here come Man with his car. And he's like, yo, we got to get uptown. We all jump in cars and get uptown. And by the time we getting up there, it's cars pulling up to the scene and people pulling up to the scene. Bro, when we got up there, I seen my man Screw, Boo, walked up to the thing, to the steps. And I remember bro looking in, and the look on his face, I stopped walking. I didn't want to see. And in my mind is always the burnt image of bro's feet hanging out that door. And the bar's not there no more, but like that was, for me, I think the biggest thing that was, I see other people get killed,
right.
But that one to me was more personal because I knew him.
Right.
Bro wasn't even 20. You know.
He's a kid.
And we getting in bars, he ain't even 21. I'm like one of the oldest, you know. So that to me was life changing, but it didn't change me as the way other life started to shape me. That just made me like, yo, you gonna have to do, you know, this is real out here now. You see like people that's close to you dying, man, and you know that my situation happened. Then Jizzo got killed. Then Tay got killed. That was for me because like Tay used to always mess with me. She was always, so I was hurt. I was hurt by all that because she harassed me in a great way. Like, you know, that's my homeboy's little sister.
Right.
And she used to, when she got killed, and she got killed on the same day as Jizzo, but a year later.
Dang.
So, you know, that was that one celebration to this, you know, memorial to this. And then, you know, my situation was all in there, and then Trill was the straw for me that broke the camel's back, man. Trill was that changed me. That changed me, man. Jizzo and Trill, that changed me. Trill, unexpected. You know, I just left him, man.
Right.
I just left. I didn't even get home I think I was getting dressed to go. I had to lay down because I worked Planet Fitness that night. I remember just taking off my shoes and, you know, I'm getting in bed at 5 o'clock in the afternoon because it's you know, I got to get up for the night shift. And Gray Bear called me and was like, "You got to come back." I was like, "Why?" He said, "You got to come back, bro." I came back, seen the corner. I'm gonna take him, bro, out. There was no white sheet. There is no ambulance. I remember my aunt told me, I said, I was gonna go to the hospital. She said, "Nah, I don't think you want to see him like that. I think you need to just remember him the last way you seen him." And that's what I do, man. So, you know, people be like, "Why are you so relentless? Why are you so passionate?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you so consistent?" Because I don't take life for granted. I don't take life for granted, bro.
Right.
I show up, bro. I show up, bro. I'm a student of life. I'm a student of learning. I'm a student of understanding. You know, I have to work on not being so hard about everything and empathy, because, bro, I feel like we can't take life for granted.
And you're right.
And I give empathy because I was like, people will slowly kill themselves. You know, that's why I said, like, that's killing ourselves. That's a form of suicide.
Mm-hmm.
We willingly killing ourselves. When, you know, and even prison, we willingly giving ourselves over to the slave market, man. And, you know, and I'm thankful that I have the opportunity, and that's why I won't squander it. Like, they got somebody in there they can trust, bro. I'm not in there for no other agenda but to help my people.
Right.
So, like, anybody that got a problem with, bro, being in the prison or he a cop or whatever type of thing, I don't give a shit about that type of talk, bro.
That's loser shit right there. You think like that, you're a loser.
I don't care about that. I come to, you know, help set the captive free. Like, that's my thing. So I'm sowing seeds and people and planting them in, you know, even if it's not watered there, that seed's in there. And the moment they put thought or they put the water on it, it's gonna change. And then they'll be like, you know what? Bro said something to me. Like, I got people that, like, I remember stuff Rolo said to me. I remember stuff Leon Houston said to me.
Mm-hmm.
I remember stuff Docky said to me. I remember stuff Bob said to me. You know, and I look at all the Slick Rick, Maury. You know, I got a whole bunch of old heads that said some profound things, even if they did not live out. You know, but them seeds, especially with Rolo, man, like, them seeds was planted, and I took heed to that. Like, I learned the business. I learned, you know, it might have been doing, but, you know, Tom had stores. Boots had, you know, his things. And, you know, everybody had little different things that they were doing, you know. And I learned one thing, too, like, don't build an organization with too many people, because that's how many people's going to take you down when it's time for it to fall. You know, so that's definitely big, you know. In that organized criminal organization, when the motherfucker go down, listen, you going down too.
Everybody going
There's
with
no
you,
way it's too many people involved for it, the ship not to sink. So, you know, I am a man of my word, man. I show up, you know. I show up, you know. And what I say when I tell people I die daily, it's not to being that person. I die daily to. And I don't say them feelings even come and, you know, like, they here right now. You know, the feelings is here right now.
Yeah.
And, you know, and like I said, I'm not mad, bro. I'm not mad. You know, there's some people that did. I don't want to be friends.
Yeah, of course not. Yeah.
But I ain't mad, and you know what? I love you. You know what I mean? Because you still got your cross to bear. You still got your life to live, and you still got to figure it out. And I can't be. Why would I be mad when I figured it out?
There you
Who am I mad at?
Right.
My life is great.
Right.
I speak things as they are, and it happens.
Absolutely.
You know, so I am definitely thankful. God has given me opportunities, and, you know, I'm not going to squander them. I'm going to kick in every door listen, they open it. You're like, doors are open, and they turn the lock a little bit. I like to kick them in. I like to make an entrance. You know what I mean? So, somebody wants you here. Don't open the door all the way. I'm gonna kick it, and I'm gonna come in, and y'all yell go.
Unlock the screen. Yes, just unlock the screen. I got the rest of it.
I want to kick it in.
Yeah.
You know, this door's open, and you know, I thank Delane for giving me opportunities. You know, and seeing things in me, and listening to me. Like, that's my guy. He made it possible that he said, look, I'm going to wiggle this because I told him I want to kick him in.
Right,
you know? And
right.
what we're doing with this prison reform is so big. It's so big to me.
Right,
That's why we can't fuck around. Like, I'm going to use that
word.
So,
like, when people,
I want to be a man. Listen, you can't come. You can't come if you easily swayed. You can't come if you really don't mean. Nah, you can't come if you don't love you first. Because one thing about it, you can't give love where you don't love you. It's not going to work. You can't come in with uncertainty for people that's already uncertain. You have to know. You have to know. You know, and so I tell people all the time, it might not work out the way it worked out for me, but it's going to work out
for me.
But you got to first try.
Absolutely.
Give me 1%. There's 7 days in a week. You try 1% every day, you got 7%. Next week, you got 14. Add up, and in the
Keep
month,
adding up, yep.
You got
28%, 30%, yeah.
And you better, 60%. You know, by the time you got a certain amount of months in, dude, you at 120%. You should know it by then. Yep. It's a part of you. It's what you know. Who you want to become. Now, I know all the things of a director. I know all the things of an actor or so, or whatever the case may be. I am that thing because I've been putting that 1% or get more if you can. You know, and you'll get there faster, you know. So that's why I like looking at 10,000 hours of practice and, you know, years of doing a certain thing. Because if you're really focusing on it with intention, it's going to make you better than the people that just move off of talent.
Right.
You know, so, you know. Some stuff you can go learn at school and college, but if your heart ain't with that mess, everything else is fluff and words, and you're only going to be able to talk to a certain, because to change our communities and to change the structure of things, it's going to take a dog.
Yeah.
It's going to take a dog.
You that dog, man.
It's going to take a dog, man, and it's going to take a dog where, and I'm thankful because, bro, the things that I do in my life, and I say, God's blessed me, and he know I'm humble. And so sometimes I'll be like, this feels too easy.
Right.
This feels too effortless, you know. Like I always say, when one client leaves, another one comes. I used to be like, I don't even got to advertise. I'm turning people away. So when one leaves, two comes. When that one leaves, somebody else comes back. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, God said, I'm going to make, like, there's a story in the Bible with this woman with the meal, and the thing looked empty, and she said, God, you told me that. He said, it's not empty. Put the cup in. She put the cup in, and there was some in there. But every time somebody else looked in there, it was empty. But like, yo, the meal never ran out.
Right.
The meal never ran out. Bro, the meal never runs out.
And it never will.
It's so crazy, bro.
It never will.
I do calculation in my mat and do things, and I just be blown away like, yo, this is what you're doing. Like, yo. And it seems effortless. So where things where you would have been like, oh, this is that's nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't think in lack. I don't be 20,000. That's a lot. 39. That's nothing. You know, and that's how. When I mean that, it's nothing because where I'm going, that's just the small level. You know, it's 30,000 to somebody that's making 300,000.
Right.
You know, what's 20,000?
When they gonna start giving you 20,000 for a session in a minute,
it's being a steward of your money and doing what you have to do and keep sowing the seeds in the people, bro. And that's what we doing, you know. So it's you know, I tell people if you don't chase money, you earn it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
When you're a service,
that's absolutely it.
So I tell people I earned everything I have. I earned it. It belongs to me. I earned it. You know, and I'm thankful. I'm thankful for you. I appreciate you, man, and I appreciate just listening and having an understanding and just the mind, because we build on that conversation. That's why we're here now.
Yeah,
I always like the way you think, and you always come in with that perspective, and you give me things and put it in the simplest words, and I'm like, that's it, you know. And I'm just encouraged, you know, and where we're headed, I'm gonna say we because you're a part of where I'll be like, I need my camera guy.
Listen,
I need y'all to drop that.
We
need a check for $5,000.
We in here.
You know what I mean? You know, my barber, he needed a check too because he cut my hair. We got somebody on it. Nah, he's the one that cut my hair. So I'm like, bro, you got to fly. I need you to do X, Y, and Z, you know. And, you know, I got everything in place for when this thing takes to this level. I got people that come in, and then I'll be able to be a blessing. And Bang Bang Fitness is going to be, you know, it's going to just do what it do, man. And, you know, bro, to go, you know, I'm in two facets that I believe in. One is mine. One is my homeboy's dream.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, get to be a part of that and get to be a catalyst in that is building a structure. You know what I mean? I'm building a structure. I'm building a curriculum and a structure from the muscle.
Word.
From this.
Word.
You know what I mean? What will work for me, I put it in there like this is what works for me. Me first, because guess what? I'm just like y'all.
And you follow it
come from there.
to a T. Oh, yeah. This ain't something you just like, oh, I'm going to write this down and tell people, this is what you should do. No, this is everything that you do on a day-to-day basis. You don't miss a day. You don't quit. You don't skip. You be like, I don't feel like it. You may not feel like it, but you going to do it.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And I'm grateful for you. Absolutely, I'm grateful for you because I haven't met anybody as determined as
I appreciate it.
For real, as determined.
I'm
when I tell you we was in that basement and he knew this was going to happen. He talked about this in the basement. So when you hear somebody say something, we always hear somebody talk. People always talk. I want to do this. I want to do that. But when you hear somebody speak and turn what they spoke about into existence. That's a magic and a power that we all possess if you believe it. When you walk in here, if you don't believe in yourself, when you walk out, you will believe in yourself. I promise you that. I promise you. I've been here for a little bit. I believe in myself more than I ever believed in myself ever before, and that's because of this man. You know what I mean? If he didn't pour into me and chew me up and spit me out and then tell me, you know what I'm saying, and say, yo, do this and do that, but then at the same time build you up while you in here, listen, you see him could do it. Listen, he's a special man, but we're all that special. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like we had to do this. You know, it was necessary because people need to know that you are a special human being and you strive to be greater and to make sure that everyone around you is greater. It's not just him. He wants to be great. He could be great by himself and be like, I'm greater than all y'all. Y'all suck ass. But he's not like that. He's very much like, listen, I'm great. If you with me, we gonna be great. If this is what we doing, we gonna be great. We gonna win. We all win. So if you ain't trying to win, don't come around here. Because listen, you gonna get chewed up and you might not like it. And you can't do shit about it. You know what I'm saying? But it's out of love, folks. You know what I mean? And I appreciate you, bro. I love you. I'm glad that we got to do this. I'm glad we got to do the second half of it. You know what I mean? But listen, man, this is Quit the Cap. This is a dope ass episode. I love it. Fire. You know what I mean? Quit the Cap podcast. Y'all know what it is. We'll holler at y'all next time. Peace. Peace to the gang, and welcome to Quit the Cap podcast.